Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on the Flash Season 5, and they've released a new trailer for Episode 1, a complete just Flash trailer, so yeah, let's just watch it right now.
You're saying you're our daughter?
From the future. Yep, kinda stuck here now. Anybody know what to do? I made a big mistake.
This man is hiding in the shadows.
You guys beat him. At least you were supposed to.
Because the timeline changed.
I need to know.
In the future, what happens to me?
The Flash. All new episodes Tuesday, October 9th on the CW.
So, wow, there's actually a decent amount of things to go over. A lot of stuff saying that's just meant to be sort of like a tease, I guess, for Episode 1. But of course, before we jump into everything, if you're hyped for The Flash, enjoyed this trailer, excited about everything, be sure to drop a like on the video to show support for all the Flash stuff. Let me know in the comments section down below what part in this trailer caught your eye, got you intrigued, and just got you more hyped for this season. And of course, be sure to subscribe to the channel for all of the Flash Season 5 stuff going forward. So the first point in this trailer that we see is Nora in that speed lab area place, which I always forget the name of. So obviously they're just going to be doing the general tests and all of that. Obviously in some other trailers we've seen little tests that like replicate or are very similar to stuff that Barry would have done. So in the last trailer we saw like Cisco on the Ferris Air sort of strip, which I'm sure they'll be doing some tests with Nora within Episode 1. But we do actually hear Nora say that she is stuck here, which I'm pretty sure is the first time we've actually heard her say that in a trailer. Like they have said that in interviews and various things like that. Like, yeah, she's stuck in our time and all of that. But I'm not sure if we have actually heard it in the trailers. I'm pretty sure this is the first time. So obviously it's going to be very interesting to find out how she's stuck here. Like, is it similar to Reverse Flash where she doesn't have enough power? Or is it in the future, like something preventing her from going back there? Like, is she meant to die there? Or is the future changed so much that if she went back there, she would just like disappear? Is there going to be some weird timeline stuff like that? Going to be interesting to find out. But here is our actual first look at the future that Nora is from. So this is the future. Now, I'm not exactly sure where this is, not in regards to a timeline, but just like the location, whether it's a museum or a school. It's the future. It's hard to tell. But this is where Nora is from. Now, you could probably do the math and figure out what year it is. You can let me know in the comment section down below what year you think it is. So it looks like we could get like a play-by-play of Nora's actions leading to the point where she walked into the West household at the end of Season 4. So basically where she went, okay, I'm going to travel through time, and then to the various points that she went to before she ended up, you know, walking through that door right at the end of Season 4. So that's going to be interesting to find out. Also, if there's any maybe like little Easter eggs in the future and stuff like that, maybe some future Flash villains and all of that. Or maybe we might even get a hint at the Flash Museum, which of course is something that we've always wanted to see. Maybe that could happen this season. Maybe Central City might put it in there. Who knows? Now here we can actually see that Nora's gauntlets that she wears act as like a piece of technology. So people were wondering like, what's the point of the gauntlets? Like, look, they look really cool, but like, what's their practicality? A lot of people were confused by that. But obviously they like, it's a piece of technology. Maybe it's like a big USB drive on her wrist. Who knows? But here we can see that she is about to show Barry something here in the time vault. So I wonder what it is. Is it possibly like Barry's death in the future through like maybe a newspaper or like a video or something like that? Or maybe she's just showing Barry the various timeline changes that have happened that, you know, since she's traveled back. Like her mistake has caused these various timeline changes to happen, and some of them could be to do with Barry, could be something to do with like Green Arrow, could be something to do with like the Atom or something, various things like that. Going to be interesting. I'm hoping we get a couple of things here and not just one thing that builds across like the whole season. Hopefully we get like a couple of cool things here to have a look at. But here we get our like first like full bodied shot, if you want to call it, of Cicada, and he is standing very like menacingly behind Joe. Now, David Hirsh, who is Cicada's real persona, so his real name, is meant to be a former beat cop. Like, apparently that's what he was doing before he became Cicada. So he could possibly know of Joe, and Joe could possibly know of him. Maybe they were former partners. That'd be interesting if they did that, like connect, you know, some people together for this season. But regardless, he's definitely giving off a pretty creepy vibe here, and I wonder why he's going to Joe. Like, is there a reason that he's just randomly going to Joe? Maybe that's the whole connection there. Maybe they know each other, or he knows that Joe would know of some information regarding maybe one of his targets or something like that. Going to be interesting to find out. Now, after that bit with Joe, I think we hear Harry. Like, it's obviously a version of Wells. Like, that's obvious, but I'm not too sure if it's Harry, or it could even be like the earbud Wells. Who knows? But anyway, they say that this man is hiding in the shadows, as we do get some like quick varied shots of Cicada, including him grasping that lightning bolt dagger of his. Now, obviously, it's important to remember this is episode 1, so we're getting a lot of Cicada by the sounds of it in episode 1. Obviously, there could be some episode 2 stuff in here, but a lot of the shots look like stuff that would be in episode 1. So it looks like we're going to get, a decent fleshing out of Cicada in this episode. But obviously, Cicada is going to be a broken villain. Like, he's not going to be just like your typical, oh, I'm evil villain. Like, he's setting out for a plan. Something has happened to him to cause him to be this villain. So I think due to that, he's going to be a different type of villain, which I'm actually interested to see. People can complain all they want about him not going to, the potential of him being very low, and that he's going to be a crap villain. But I'm interested from what I've seen so far. So I'm just looking to see what, looking forward to seeing what they do with him, at least in the early portions of this season. But what we see next is actually pretty interesting. And that is on Iris's laptop or tablet, it's one of the two, where it just looks like there's flames and just fire and all of that. Like, it's not the best shot. They're not going to give it all away in the trailer, obviously. You get a bit of a tease at it. But this looks like it could be an area where maybe the piece of the satellite that Barry and Nora destroyed at the end of last season, like, came down and crashed. We saw that fire last season from where the satellite was crashing, so this could be another area where a piece of that satellite came down. So what we could be seeing here is possibly the incident that killed Cicada's family, which could also be the incident in which created Cicada, because as we know, that satellite had dark matter in it. So if that hit some people or landed near people, or even like a piece of metal into someone's arm, they're infected with dark matter. So maybe this is what created Cicada, but also killed his family and just basically pushed the story for this season forward. Because it is important to remember, episode 1 of season 5 picks up right at the end of season 4. And you can see that in that, through various points in this trailer. And wow, things just keep getting revealed. So Team Flash is destined to beat Cicada. Nora says that. Well, they were supposed to. They were destined to beat Cicada, but that is until the timeline changed. And, well, that might not be the case anymore. So it is going to be very interesting to find out exactly what was supposed to go down originally and what happened following the timeline change. Like, how were they meant to be Cicada? Did Cicada kill anyone important? And then, well, the timeline change happened, so what happened there? Like, what stopped Team Flash from taking him down? Like, what got him to a point where he was powerful enough to, stop them from killing him? So that's going to be very interesting to find out. And, like, how powerful does Cicada get? Because he can get very powerful to the point of, like, he's just immortal and no one can take him down. So, yeah, I'm very intrigued to find out what goes on there. But then we finally get a tease at what you think will be a big thing for not only this episode, not only like for the first like 4 episodes or something, but possibly the whole season. And that is what happens to Barry in Nora's future. So here's a pro prediction. It's not even that big of a prediction because I think a lot of people think it will happen. And that is that Barry has most likely died in Nora's future, which would explain why Nora would be fairly clingy to Barry rather than Iris, who would most likely still be alive in that future. So Nora still has Iris in the future, but Barry isn't there. And also, we could get like an older Iris in the beginning parts, especially in that future shot I showed you earlier. Maybe we could see an older version of Iris there. Who knows? But maybe Cicada kills Barry. Maybe Cicada needs Barry as like his final plan into possibly bringing back his family or something like that, similar to the comics. So yeah, going to be interesting to find out what happens there, but Nora has definitely stuffed up more than a few things with her meddling with time. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and it shows support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on this trailer. What caught your eye the most? What are you hyped about the most? Just let me know in the comments section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.